people out into the field and has me to live interact with the rabbit as a Sasquatch. I don't mind saying that. Lots more to it than that. No, now I'm taking people out into the field, training them to have their own experiences. That's the new thing this year, and I want to really push that and be really proud of that. 3 people that have trained under my guidance went out without me, and I witnessed a Sasquatch. 3 different human beings. So next year I want it to be 6. The year after that I want it to be 20. And the year after that, let's go for 100 people that were trained either directly by me or people that have been trained by me, right? That's the exponential power that's really happening. It's been a long drive. It's been a long walk, guys. Like, I started this out all by myself. I was all worried about having the wrong people get involved in this discovery process. And now I just I have to move forward really fearlessly, working with people that are amazing, just trusting in these great men and women that I work with now on a regular basis. And I'm really excited, guys. I'm so excited. The discovery is legit happening. Like, there's so much going on. If you're watching literally this year, the stuff that transpired this year just went to another level. I actually really literally feel like I'm waking up, like the awakening is happening just in my own personal life. And with all these people that are getting involved, we're all waking up together. And so many of you on here that either are wakening up or maybe are more woke than me, or are really interested in what the hell is this awakening thing. And it's very important, guys. It's moving on to a higher plane of existence simply by tapping in to your spirituality, your empathic ability, your ability to remote view, your ability to feel the energy of people, of living things around you. These are big realities. And I find, you know what? It's family people that really, if you're part of or have, or, you know, involved in some sort of loving family cooperation, it really helps. You know, it really will break you off into that, because you know what you feel with your children, with your family, with your mother, with your father, with your significant other, these special deep feelings. And when I'm telling you, they don't end there. What does this have to do with Sasquatch? It has everything to do with Sasquatch, because you can't make the discovery until you awaken to that level. Because you can't it's like what I'm doing, what the awakening does is it gives you the ability to communicate with the Sasquatch. If you cannot communicate with them, then you can't discover them. It's as simple as that. If you can't talk to them, then there's nowhere to go. And they want us to wake up. And so many of us are so close. So many of us have all the capabilities, and there's many that don't. And those people are going to be jealous. They're going to be angry. They're going to stand in our way. They're going to cause tremendous resistance. And I just mentioned them in passing because you'll see them. You call them haters, or I don't know, just, you know, armchair quarterbacks, people that are very derogative and negative. Don't worry about it. So there's so much love and positivity in this amazing cooperation with all you amazing people on here. I'm so excited. Lots of questions, guys. Propagate with lots of questions. We're going to hammer out some amazing questions. I have literally done, dozens of these shows, dozens and dozens. And it's always new. If this is your first time, or if you're a veteran, which most of you are, let's have some fun. Let's get controversial with the most controversial man in Sasquatch. Because I'm literally the only man alive who has filmed clear videos of Sasquatch on multiple occasions. I say alive because Roger Patterson did it once, but even Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin was there. You know, kudos to him. He's an amazing dude, but it was once, and it's not happening again. And this has to be repeatable, not just scientifically, but if I'm really awoke, if I can really do this stuff, I can really take people out and show them Sasquatch repeatably, there'll be more incredible success. It's all coming, guys. That's why I want you all to get so excited about this incredible discovery that's transpiring right now. This is our time, all you amazing people out there. Welcome, everyone. Bona views, a tour is all live. Todd Standing, thank you, Danielle. Aloha again from Hawaii. That's so awesome, man. I'd love to go to Hawaii. Just so much time doing Sasquatch stuff, and there's no Sasquatch in Hawaii. At least I'm told. Hello, Andy. Thank you. Hey, Kyle. What's up? So let me give you. Hi, Kyle. Let me give you guys. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Let's do it. let's just cost. Oh man, this is gonna be troublesome. But I wasn't told to keep it a secret. Guys want to know a secret? Haven't told anybody this. You know that guy Survivor Man? Oh yeah, I know Survivor Man. So I'm trying to get some work done with him, offering him some future stuff. Oh, I'm such a brat to be doing this. But he's busy right now because he's working on a Bigfoot project. Something big. I wasn't told to not mention it. Oh, I'm going to get in so much trouble. But Survivor Man is in studio negotiating a big Bigfoot thing of some kind. I don't know anything about it other than that. But probably nobody knows about that. So he doesn't watch these live shows, I don't think. And I don't mind. Anyways, that's really big news, guys. Like, he's not working on the next, Nissan commercial. He's not working on doing some big survival thing. He's literally working on a big pitch for some big network or big movie thing, something big about Bigfoot. So that's all I know. But that's big news. So Kyle, he's not doing the live show. Sorry, but he's busy. And to the celebrities that are doing a celebrity expedition with me this year, that are watching this, a couple of celebrities, amazing people, he's not coming on an expedition with us. So that's breaking news. I just got that news just today or yesterday. So yeah, something Bigfoot is going on with Survivor Man, which is a big deal. So hello from Chile. Hello to all. Hello, James. Hi from Georgia. And that's what you get when you watch this live show. I want to break news once in a while like that. So I'd like to keep doing that. I'm going to keep finding ways. I know stuff that's going on with things. So I'll have breaking news for you guys next time. So I have another thing that's really cool coming out. I'm going to talk to you guys about that next week. Kyle, Andy, remind me. Hey, Todd, what's the other breaking news next week? In case I forget, because I get so I have such an amazing life. All these amazing people coming on expedition. So my June and July, only June and July. So June and July expeditions are really tight. Pretty much done. For those of you who have experience, my experienced expeditioners, don't worry, I still have spaces for you. But yeah, the only new people I'm having in June and July are all set up and all coming out. So that's going to be amazing. I'm going to start thinking about September, October expeditions. So there's not going to be any August expeditions this year, guys. I don't consistently have tremendous success in August. So I'm going to do something else for August. Other stuff. Maybe I'll go to a different research area. I don't know. So hello, Barry. Thanks for tuning in. Any new pics, videos, new documentary. So the new documentary is right in my queue behind me. And it's done. So all I'm doing is adding cutaway shots and music. So like the butt cut is finished. So I'm just giving that out, and it's up to the editors or the sound guys and whatever. I've done the editing. The editing's finished. The cutaway shots are done. So it's just, the sequences are all done. Right now I'm giving them, they're going to have to cut tons of it down because I'm giving them like over 3 hours of my documentary. So yeah, it's lots and lots of stuff. So I'm really excited about it. There's some things that happen in that document that have never been done before that are really cool. So really cool Sasquatch stuff that happened in California with me. So amazing stuff. I'm really excited. Finally, I catch Todd doing one of his live shows live. Hello, Melissa. Congratulations. Hi, Todd. Paul and Pamela here from Arizona. Great to join you. Thank you so much. Love Arizona. Got into the tip of it a little bit. Man, the ecology is so different there. When I did the California section of the movie, I had to go through Arizona. So I went from Southern California up through Arizona, stopped in Arizona, met with some people, and then went into a section of a California forest that was famous, that had a sighting there. I investigated their Sasquatch there, but it's not enough evidence. And then I went to Northern California and got my success. That's in the documentary. That's when I was in Arizona, and it's beautiful. I love it. Big aloha from Grand Prairie, Alberta. Really? Daniel, you're in Grand Prairie? That's just north of me. I know GP. I lived on C Street in, when I was 5 years old. So like 40 plus years ago. I lived in Grand Prairie. I was 5 years old. I went to Hillside Elementary when I was 5 in kindergarten. I remember my teacher and everything still. Have you ever been hit with infrasound? It's absolutely terrifying. So Missy Hammer, what an awesome question. Gosh, how many times have I been hit with infrasound? So I was hit with infrasound a couple times in Montana, but I didn't know what the hell was wrong. I actually was really, it was terrifying because the infrasound really paralyzed me in a way that makes you almost feel sick. You feel like you're being spun around really fast, and your equilibrium, it messes up your inner ear and your equilibrium. You can't function without that balance in your inner ear. People that have inner ear trouble can't. They fall over. They can't balance. If you can't feel your balance, guys, you're done. Like inner ears are crazy important, and it's also that since it's a sensory perception, it can knock you out with with too much of it. So when I learned about infrasound, it was at the Calgary Zoo. I'll go behind the scenes with the gorillas where it's just steel bars in front of you. And I got knocked out with infrasound where a gorilla charged at the cage side of it. People call it enclosure. This is actually the cage side where they can touch you and you can feed them. And we were touching them and feeding them in their mouths and stuff. But so anyways, this gorilla just got pissed at us for some reason. This female was a little bit wild. She wasn't born in captivity. Charged us, hit us with infrasound, literally knocked me out. Gorilla knocked me out with infrasound, and the primatologist woke me up, going, "Wake up, wake up!" Like 2 minutes later, me and my colleague that were there. So I goes, "What the hell was that?" He goes, "Infrasound." I was like, "Oh man, that's happened to me with Sasquatch." So, but I had to learn it. What they don't talk about, like there's so much with infrasound, guys. It's an incredible science. They just keep it really quiet. There's not much information on it. I know. Listen to this. Well, if gorillas can use infrasound, how come they're getting hunted to death? Because the dudes that hunt them, these pro trackers and hunters, once they see them, they put a swab in their ear and they plug their ears up with it. Like this, their whole ear is like jacked up with this sappy crap that protects them from infrasound. So they know how to defend against it. Otherwise, they couldn't kill gorillas. That's how tough gorillas would be for hunters. Well, you could shoot them from a distance, but anyways, they'd be a much tougher quarry if they were allowed to use that weapon, which they can't use. So the one of the first times I remember being hit with infrasound was in Montana. I was in my truck, and my truck got shook, and I woke up, and I went to reach for my gun, and the Sasquatch that was there, I could see him out of the corner of my eye. I went to reach for my gun, I just went paralyzed. I basically just fell on the side of where I was getting up, and I was there looking at my gun, and I couldn't even turn my head to look, and I could hear the Sasquatch walking around my truck, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I was terrified. And I was just paralyzed for a significant time. The next time I was on expedition, there's quite a few times, but I'm going to get into the ones where around civilization, like infrasound goes right through trucks. Probably the worst time that they ever hit me with infrasound was when I took I had stepchildren at the time, and I took a couple of them on expedition. They were out in the tent, and I was inside a big Winnebago kind of thing. And the Sasquatch were outside knocking their tent down, and they were yelling at me, "Todd, why aren't you helped here? Todd, come and help. Todd, why aren't you doing something?" And I was literally in that Winnebago, and it was shook and moved and lifted up off the ground. My dad was there. He was yelling at me, "Get up! What are you doing? Get up!" And I was like falling over and there was a Sasquatch right there, like where the Winnebago, where the vehicle was getting shook. It was like a camper vehicle, had a great big huge bumper on the back. And he was by the bumper, and my head was over there, and he was just hitting me with infrasound and shaking that trailer, and I was just totally paralyzed. So that was awful because I felt so bad because those young men, like probably 16, 17-year-olds, trusted me. I put them out in a tent, and they were calling for me to help them, and I was paralyzed to do anything. And then last time I'll talk about was I was out on an expedition with a former lady colleague of mine from like 6 or 7 years ago. We were walking across a creek, and I literally fell down on my knees in the creek and threw up. So threw up, really totally disoriented, almost fell in the water. I asked her to hold on to me because I was like gonna drown. I felt like the water was only a foot and a half deep, but I felt like I was gonna fall in it, like I just lost it. But she was there, like holding on to me, helping me up, and she wasn't affected by the infrasound. I remember her asking me, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And I knew about infrasound, and I pointed up at the mountain where I could feel where it was, because I could feel the direction of it. That was the first time I ever felt direction of the infrasound, and I felt the direction of it before, and I could perceive the direction at which it was. And she looked up and she saw a Sasquatch there. She had a sighting, and then once I kind of came to, I could see that Sasquatch too, and I saw him back off into the wilderness. That was an incredible, amazing event. So, hi from Scotland. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. We could never hear the very beginning. You need to wait a few seconds before you start talking. Oh, apologies for that. Thank you for that piece of advice. I will, but in the beginning, don't I just babble about, hi, my name's Todd, and I'm the man that takes people out in the field. So should be good. Should be good banter. Boom. Happy awakenings. That was a cool thing to say, Royal Creations. Happy awakenings to 2023. Let's get excited, everybody. This next documentary that I have coming out, it's good. I'm very proud of it. Very happy with it. It's not going to change the discovery process. The documentary that I'm doing after that, it's going to be world changing. It's going to be earth shattering. So the new evidence that's going to come out in the next documentary after this one is going to literally convince 200 million people that this discovery process is absolutely real and Sasquatch exists. 200 million people are going to go, it's real, let's do this. They're going to want to awaken. That's the next documentary. So I hate to, potentially kind of degrade the success or talk poorly about my own documentary. Even my first one, though, I mean, I had high hopes for that. I was super stoked. I still am really proud of it. I just have people watch it like on a regular basis that have seen it for the first time now, because it's opening up in different areas. Like I think Australia just got to see it, or Ireland's starting to see it now because YouTube doesn't allow it to play in those countries, or maybe they still do. I don't know. But people call me up and like, man, I just watched it and it was just life changing. Like it was amazing to really get that clarity, because a lot of people that are really feeling, you could just look at that and go, man, that's real. Like when Jeff Meldrum saw Kubota video 8, what did he say? I can't look into the eyes of that being and not feel like I'm looking into the eyes of a living creature, which is very exciting because that's not a gorilla. That's not a man. He was looking into the eyes of Kubota. He goes, that is a real, like the way he's blinking, he's all like pissed off at me. It's real. And so many people can feel that and know that and feel into it all and see the truth. And it's good. It's really, really good stuff. Mincy, Indiana says hi to the rest of the world. Hello, Mincy, Indiana. Big Royal, hello. Royal Creations, thank you for coming on board today. The discovery is processing such great things. Isn't that cool? It's so cool, Paul and Pamela. The discovery is processing. It's really, man, even you all have to know. So there's some big celebrity people that I'm really interested in working with. One of them is Joe Rogan. I would like to go on the Joe Rogan show. My former connections for the Joe Rogan show are not precipitating, but something will likely happen. He's talked about me. If Todd Standing goes on, let's say the Joe Rogan show, or I don't know, any one of these big podcasts, some famous person sits down with me, because I have serious connections to powerful people now. And one of these people sit down with me, I don't know, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, I don't know, Robert De Niro's like, I'll come out with this guy. Some big name like that, somebody with big, powerful following comes out, and I show them a Sasquatch. What the hell? That's going to happen. I don't say no to people, right? Like who do I have to show? So we all have to sit here and go, I show people Sasquatch. I win. I won with Survivor Man. I won with Jeff Meldrum. I won with John Benenagel. And Survivor Man never saw one. Come on. The success that we had was ridiculous. Survivor Man knows what was out there. As skeptical he was trying to be, there was obviously Sasquatch. It was absolutely astonishing and amazing, guys. And that's in 3 freaking days. I don't want 3 days anymore. If Joe Rogan said, hey, let's do 3 days, I just kiss my ass. 7-day minimum. The odds of me getting success in 7 days, and I will really, when it comes down to the importance of like Jeff Meldrum and Les Stroud, I put everything, I reconned and I fought and I made sure all my research and everything was in row. Everything was in place for them to have the most tremendous, incredible success. And it worked. I took the highest risk and got the highest reward. That's how it works. Either we're going to get hammered or we're going to see a Sasquatch. It's the best time of year. We're going to go to the best places. I'm going to own it, and they're going to come out and do it. Can you imagine if I took Joe Rogan out and showed him a Sasquatch? Changes everything. Like that changes everything so fast. We go from like, we just explode right through the roof. I can't even tell you how absolutely enormous that would be. It would be absolutely amazing. And I've done this before. I'm not some guy going, well, wouldn't that be interesting? No, I was the dude that was on CNN, BBC. I was on the biggest networks in the whole world, global news and, international headlines all over the place. My website was ridiculous. I was on the biggest radio show for paranormal at the time was Coast to Coast AM. and Art Bell was eating it up. Like I was getting millions of views on my website. This is when things were different, when newspapers and television media had power. They're weak now. I do the same show I did back in 2006, 2007. It's nothing. One little YouTuber can kick the hell out of, so the power is shifted dramatically if you don't know that. Online content is everything. I go viral once, and I go viral like I have in the past again for the fourth, fifth time, then this explodes because I'm really ready for this. And the Discovery is ready for it. So please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that. Over 340 videos. Wow, that's so much, and growing. That's fantastic. Hello, everybody saying hi, hi, hi. Why the big difference between Jane and Jake's looks? One's a female, one's a male. And there's really not there's not that much difference, guys. When you take away the facial hair of Jake, you look at the noses, the mouth, the eyes, it's so similar, it's ridiculous. It's so immensely similar. Significantly. It's even like if you looked at me beside my girl Ashley. Well, if I was looking like a man, I'd have long hair and beard and stuff, right? She's got a beautiful, clean face, and I'm all worn out, the man look, and she's all soft and smooth. I have the square jaw, and she's petite, So the difference between male and female. The colors are almost precisely the same. Just there are some shots that I had to get of Jane in direct sunlight. Jake was always shadowed, so the color is almost identical. The hair looks identical to me. The eyes are the same shape, the same distance apart. The mouths look so much similar. Todd, can you talk about the birth story of part Sasquatch, part human boy that was accepted into the First Nations tribe? Oh, yeah, that was in Nia Bay. So this is the only bit that I know about it, and I haven't had this substantiated or confirmed. I don't remember who told me that story. There was a dude who was very mutated, and he spent his whole life trying to stay in the center of the reserve. He was big and he was strong and he was very mutated, and people used to joke about him being half Sasquatch. He was terrified of the wilderness. He stayed away from it because it seemed like, or allegedly, the Sasquatch were trying to abduct him all the time. They're trying to steal him away. And the end story, so there's a lot more to it than that, but this guy just lived in fear all the time of the Sasquatch abducting him. And so what he did was he started to drive a big truck. It was a big old truck that was hard to shift and had heavy clutch. He was super powerful, so he had no trouble driving this truck. So he drove this truck around to do errands and stuff, to try to be productive amongst his people. He's not First Nations. This was a Nia Bay man, so this is an American native, so American indigenous person. So this is the only one I can think of, if that's what you're referring to. And in the end, he was abducted, apparently. So he was driving down one of the side roads, and somebody witnessed a Sasquatch jump on the side of the truck, and he was trying to fight him off and drive away. Sasquatch ripped the door off, pulled him out, truck went into the ditch, and he was never heard from again. So that's the story that I've heard. And I was hoping to see a picture of him. Somebody's trying to pull out some pictures for me. I never did see one. I had people tell me about a photograph that they saw where he wasn't terribly big. He's like 6'4" or something, but his arms are really long. His face was really strange. He was super powerful, like crazy, incredibly powerful. I think they told me about how they could unbolt an engine from a truck. You could get up with as long as he could latch his legs on the bumper, he could lift that whole engine right out. It was like obscene power that he had. And just, but terrified of the wilderness, even always growing up, just afraid of it. So, because he was afraid that the Sasquatch would abduct him, and apparently that happened. So that's the bits and pieces of it. And that's really, guys, that's like such a third voice story, blah, blah, blah. But it's just what I know. I'm interested in pursuing it some more when I go back to Nia Bay, but take it step by step. Hey, Todd, Happy New Year. I'm now communicating with Sasquatch. I left stick glyphs next to my tree structure and theirs, and they left me a glyph next to it with the sticks I left. JW, you need to go on the Discovering Bigfoot podcast. So it's Discovering Bigfoot podcast at gmail.com, I think. Just scroll down through here. Kyle will put it up. Todd, the fellow Bigfoot man, LOL. Hello, Draco. I believe you, brother. Please keep up the amazing work. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much, John King. I appreciate your kind words like that. Hello again from Arizona. A couple Arizonans on today. Very excited to hear Les has something big in the works. Me too, right? Don't tell him I told you. And I'll tell you guys, like Les gets stuff done. It took him years to get the Survivor Man Bigfoot stuff going. Years and years. He had to. Man, he just finds a way to get stuff done. That guy is he doesn't make excuses. He finds a way. And dealing with networks and stuff, oh my God, they're so frustrating. You're literally dealing with people that live in glass houses that throw rocks. You know, they're just so domesticated. They're always like, oh, Bigfoot. And they think it's a big joke and it's a laugh, you know. I remember them sitting down with Les when he was trying to do the Survivor Man Bigfoot show. They're going to go, they went, you know, there's this show and that show. And it was Discovery Channel especially. And they go, we've got Finding Bigfoot. What are you going to do that Finding Bigfoot hasn't done? They've done this and that and this. What the heck else are you going to do? And Les goes, actually find Bigfoot. Because they didn't do it. And they go, oh, but you can't. So you just got to fake this and lie that. And you got to fluff it out to keep people entertained. And Les went, no, I don't fluff. I don't do fake TV like your horse manure show over there. I'm Survivor Man, and I'm going to go find Bigfoot, or I'm going to prove Bigfoot don't exist. Those are my options. And that's what he did. So what they did, it's nothing compared to he does documentary style television. This is what I do. Documentary style. My documentary is called Discovering Bigfoot. That's a documentary. That's actually what happened. So I do documentary segments on YouTube. I don't do reality TV. It's not dramatically blah, 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 none of that stuff. It's real documentation of what's going on. Todd, do you have or know where to get a copy of Bigfoot population distribution? Oh my God. Yeah, just Dr. Meldrum has that stuff. But it's really, I don't know, just go with his stuff. He's amazing. I trust him. I worked out some stuff with John Bitternagel too. I just, you know, wherever black bears are and can propagate, just that's kind of that's a good start. Or even where black bears used to be too. Now some places they're extinct and there could still possibly be Sasquatch populations, but there's going to be amazing crossovers between black bear populations and Sasquatch. So that's what to really roll with. Louisiana in the house. Hello, Todd. Did you ever go to Mississippi or Louisiana? I want to. So William, old school. I'd love to expand and do that stuff. I need to get to the southern U.S. Let's be transparent. I would have really, like, I was in Alabama, I was in Mississippi last year, Alabama the year before that. I've been to Texas. I want to go to Florida. I'd love to go to Tennessee. Just off the top of my head, you know, like love to go to all those places, but it's just that COVID crap really annihilated me for a couple years, like so many other people. So in the wintertime, I'd like to do I'd like to be as ambitious as to do like maybe like late November, I would do Mississippi. This is a legit plan I wanted. And then not December, but early January, right after the holiday season, go to Florida. And then February, go back to Alabama. And then March, I'm in Nia Bay. So that's the run I'd love to do. Just one long 1 week expedition in those beautiful places and just grow past that. So there's lots of ideas I have for stuff, guys. We're going to expand so much. I'm born and raised in Florida. Me and my boyfriend hunt since we were little. We were out in the swamp, came about 50 feet from him. Locked eyes. I don't believe in that crap now. I do that was 40 years ago. Huh. This is from Mike. So it looks like you were out in the swamp, came about 50 feet from him, locked eyes. So you saw a Sasquatch, and then it says, I don't believe in that crap now. I do that was 40 years ago. I'm confused, Mike. Because if you locked eyes with one, then you don't believe in that crap now. I think maybe that's just not being worded. It sounds, I mean, congratulations if you saw the call the skunk ape down there. Respect to locals. I don't like that name, but you guys have, there's likely Sasquatch down there. That's amazing. Todd, how can Dr. Meldrum's footprints be recognized scientifically, but no recognition for the Sasquatch that made them? It's like putting the cart before the horse. Oh, Andy, it's stupider than that. It's just the dumbest thing. I mean, there's no precedence for it. It's just absolute horse crap stupidity. Because when that happened, I was like, the day after that happened, I found out about it. I lost my stuff. I was like ballistic. That's it. Meldrum did it. He found it. They proved it. I was excited. It wasn't even a news story. Nobody even cared. Like, the The scientific community was like, well, the feet are real, but just not the rest. Like, it's so idiotic. It's so preposterous. It's absolute. Just for those of you who don't know, Jeff Meldrum's literally had the feet scientifically accepted as footprints from an indigenous bipedal hominid that resides in North America. So the feet are real. They're scientifically accepted by the laws of science. Meldrum had other PhDs sign off and go, yeah, these are real. This is the evidence is substantial, and we're going to back them up. So the feet are real. That's it. That's it. There's no science, there's no books, nobody cared. Nobody did any stories. It just went, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. So it gave us no traction whatsoever. The DNA gave us no traction whatsoever. The DNA was a pretty decent story. There were some media pigs that lapped that up for a while. And the DNA's, still real. It's legit. It's been done. I had DNA. So it was a story for a week. Not really got picked up. No big deal. So just the evidence is so significant out there, guys. Like, it's really, it's just so significant, and the discovery has just been so preposterously dragged out, and it's just been absolutely asinine and ridiculous. So my court cases, if I would have ever gotten into trial, like they had to keep me out, and they forever have to keep me out of trial. Because if I take this to court, I'll smoke Fish and Wildlife. They're going to lose badly. Like, nobody is going to, this is going to be so beyond a reasonable doubt. It's ridiculous, the evidence, the eyewitness accountings. It's just totally, the discovery's made. It's done. And those of you that are here and awoke, congratulations. Those of you who are trying to, just go pay attention. I mean, it's so significant, the evidence. They're very, very real. So this is Draco. I'd like to see the biggest Sasquatch in the world, perhaps 12 feet. You'd like to see one. Go north. Things get bigger as you go north. The biggest bears, biggest predators in the world, the bears up in the north. And yeah, documentary's almost done. Yeah, and it's a real deal, guys. I'm just finishing up a few things here and there. Fire piped out the tree structures here. That sucks. Fire wiped out. I'm sorry to hear that. I am a full-time researcher. If you're passionate about the discovery of Sasquatch, like people are passionate about protecting the dolphins or supporting the gorillas, and it really matters to you, and you can easily afford it, you can go to my Patreon page or to my website and make a monthly donation, which I'm very grateful for all of you that do that. So I'm literally a Sasquatch researcher. This is literally my job. It's talking to you guys, doing these YouTube videos, taking people out on expeditions. This is how I make my living. So, and I'm such a lucky guy, so fortunate. So this is all I do. And I don't know if many people can actually say that. And I legitimately, I'm not from wealth of any kind. I literally pay my rent, pay my bills, sustain myself financially through my documentary, through my expeditions, through donations. That's it. I have tight months. People bitch and complain. They want me to get these thermal drones and do these big, huge things. Well, I'd love to. Who's paying for that? Because another truth is, even listen to this. So my documentary, nobody's going to argue. You can't argue this. I don't care what a fan you are. Like, say, Finding Bigfoot. Finding Bigfoot got $400,000 an episode for that show. So my movie would have been 2 episodes in length, right? 2 hours. If I'd have got $800,000 for my documentary, which I think is extremely fair, I'd probably have the discovery done. Let's be honest. If I really had the money, if somebody independently wealthy came along and said, hey, let's get this done, I just do yes. That's actually happened. The movie Discovering Bigfoot was financed by a wealthy individual that just said, let's go make a movie. Let's get this done. He gave me money. I made a movie. Discovering Bigfoot exists. That's it. So he's very happy. I'm very happy. We still have a good friendship, but we've moved on with our lives, and just can't say enough good things about how grateful I am, because without him, that movie wouldn't exist. That movie was a significant financial loss, in case you're wondering. So it probably took at least $300,000 just to make it. I had to work for 4 years, and plus I worked for 8 years. I put so much. I mean, if you paid me back $5 an hour, which is not fair, and paid me back for the money that I put into it, and then tap into the fact that he put $400,000 into it. I mean, the movie was just $800,000. It's $1 million movie. So And I never saw that back at all, not even close. So, but I'm super happy the movie's out there, and I use it as a tool to show people about the reality of Sasquatch. It's not about that anymore. The movie's out there. The losses were taken, but I don't feel like that either. I didn't do it. I wasn't out there working for this discovery to make a paycheck. I was out there because it mattered, because I thought I could get this done fast. If you would have talked to me when I came back with video 2 and 3, this is back in 2007-ish, I would have told you, man, 1 or 2 years, this discovery's done. 2010, this will be wrapped up in a neat little ball and finito. It was coming so fast. I was having so much success. I was so incredibly believing this was so close to done. And that drove me. That drove me and drove me into the point where I just wouldn't quit. 2011, 2012, 2013, Survivor Man comes out. This will be the big deal. 2014, second year Survivor Man. This will be the big deal. 2015, nobody really cared. 2016, 17, I got my documentary done. Oh, my documentary will be up on Netflix. This will be it. This will be the big deal. And nobody really cared. So people shoot you down. Like, it's, like, my God, I was the #1 documentary of all time on Netflix in 2018. 2018, the Netflix was the biggest platform for television and film in the world. So the biggest network of all time. I was the biggest documentary on that network. It was an interesting story. And, nothing precipitated about it. Still here grinding, going, okay, just like Jeff Meldrum. We're like, okay, this is this. What's next? What's it going to take to break? And so that's what we're all here work. That's the dream for all of us, isn't it? That's the big dream, is to break this out. Will the documentary cover the Sasquatch's telepathic abilities? It goes into it a little bit. I can't not hit that up now. Yeah, it taps into that. I can't go too much into it, though. And the documentary, all the footage and everything of it is from nothing new from a year. And in the last year, my life has changed so much with the telepathy that, but it's in there. There's a good bit of stuff in there. Enoch said, I think it's him that sleeping giants will awake with types of powers. Cool. Randy says vertigo. Yeah, from the infrasound. Do you ever speak at Bigfoot conferences like the ones in Tennessee? Yeah, that's why I was in Mississippi. It was there was just a good Bigfoot conference there. The Natchez Bigfoot Festival. And then there's one in Washington State that I've been to. That was cool. I'm just, like, I would do speaker circuits and stuff, but man, I'm just like, the other guys that go, I'm not going to name any names, but they're so derogatory. There's probably 3 or 4 guys that have TV shows that just have hates on for me. Like, they literally won't do the conference if I'm going. So it's haters that keep me away. And these guys have literally done nothing. They literally do nothing. These guys are former TV show douchebags that have never done a damn thing worth of crap, never found a track that was casted that was impressive. Of course, never taken a video of a Sasquatch, never mind showed somebody a Sasquatch. So I'm literally light years away from these meatheads, and they get so much work. These guys, they're not Sasquatch researchers. They would never call themselves that. They're money guys. They did TV shows, and now they take that fame from TV shows that's lifted them up, and they go do seminars, and then they get TV show gigs because they're famous. Except I listen to stuff they do, like this one, I'm not going to say a negative thing about them, this one person, they took him out to a spot where there was a Sasquatch sighting. He did nothing. He went out there and was like, yeah, they have a Sasquatch up here, and let's hear what he had to say. Then he flies home. I'm like, hey, douchebag, get your ass out in the bush. Let's go grind. Like, he didn't even go where the sighting was. I'd be overnighting it. I'd be like, this is what my deal would be. Oh, can you fly me out there a week before the show? And then we'll do a show after that. Let's do some recon. Stay there for a week. Let's go kick some ass. Let's go find out what's going on. Let's go see some Sasquatch out there. No, he shows up late, leaves early. That's what and they get the big fat paycheck for it. And they go get their fancy crap, and they do nothing. You need to understand, the people that did Finding Bigfoot, they became very wealthy. Of course they did. And what are they doing for Bigfoot research now? They go around doing these shows, making more money off of nothing, success. Did they ever film a Bigfoot? No, they didn't. They faked stuff, but honestly, they did more damage than good at the end of the day. That's why, like, I'm not going to get into it too much. I don't want to start bitching and stuff, but it is what it is. Like it's literally Bear Grylls is significantly more famous than Survivor Man, and Survivor Man's the real deal. Bear Grylls is a fraud. He's a liar. His stuff is fake. If you do what he does, you'll die. Don't ever squeeze water out of elephant poop. You'll die so fast your head will spin. You won't survive. So this is the stuff that Bear Grylls does, and he's a fraud and a liar. He's got nothing. He's nothing, but he's very entertaining. And his show, since it's faked and it's lies, is very entertaining. So people watch it and they love it. And Les Stroud, his show's not as quite as entertaining because it's very real. If it doesn't happen, he doesn't fabricate it. He doesn't lie. He doesn't cheat. So we're in a world where people that do this garbage, they get further ahead. And it's, I don't know what to say. I won't do it. I'm just gonna be me and see what happens and take it step by step. If there's not a Sasquatch out there, I'm not gonna film it. If there's no Sasquatch out there, no one's gonna see Sasquatch on my expeditions. I'm not gonna fabricate anything. I've had expeditions happen where nothing happens, believe it or not. So that's it. Hey Phil, Sci Guy, are you on tonight? Okay. People are talking amongst themselves. Congratulations on your future documentary. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'll be happy to get it out. It'll be a huge weight off my chest. Hey Todd, have you ever seen Bigfoot smile or be happy kind of emotion? No, man. I've heard it on a day. Long story short, where I had them these incredible tracks. Then I went up to cast the tracks, and they'd cover them up. I heard some humor, and I've seen them do some funny stuff, like when they walk by and sit on me and put their butt in my face, and they did that to Survivor Man. That's very humorous. So I feel it, but in the sightings I have, they just have a look, man. Like I've never seen a Sasquatch go like this. Nothing like that. They have like, just like Jake and Jane. Like Jake and Jane have a look, and it's not angry. It's just when you're there in person, you see it in real life. The energy is so powerful, guys. Like when you're around a Sasquatch, man, my whole medulla oblongata is lit. There's all this stuff going on in my head, and then I'm all lit up. Like my head just lights up. I can feel them when they really want to light me up. Oh, there's a Sasquatch out there, my God. I used to be so good at it. Haven't been amazing at it recently. But yeah, just you can feel it. But I've never like the two sightings that I had this year that were amazing that I talked about. I looked them straight in the face, straight in the eyes, and they both at both times they just had a look of just like relaxed, like serenity, like just calm, like in the moment, wisdom, brilliance. I just but never laughing, never goofy, not even really angry. No, there was a time when the Sasquatch came around me and was having all this success with him, and I reached for my camera. He got mad and walked away. I talk about that a lot. In that encounter, in that sighting, I never saw his face get angry, but I felt him get upset. I felt his frustration with me when he stood up and banged the ground, and so I really felt it in his not just in his emotions and how it was scary the way he was smashing a little bit and walking heavy, but more in the air, man. I could cut it with a knife. Like I just felt it so much, and that's what's so much more profound to me. I could literally see a Sasquatch and just close my eyes and feel my way through the rest of the encounter. Although I would never do that. I'm looking like when I see a Sasquatch, man. I'm looking at a Sasquatch. You've done great work on this project. Thank you very much, William M. Kennedy Jr. Two ways to document your encounter. Go to discoveringbigfoot.org. Oh, this is Andy telling you how you can document your encounter. We'd love to hear that. Shaquille O'Neal would be fun in the bush. Oh man, are you? Hey, wait a second. China Productions. Is that you, Kim? Ladies and gentlemen, this might be my September lady expeditioner. It's got to be. Nobody else could be out there. So very excited to have you on board, Kim. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I hope you've. So Kim, who's got really cool experience. She's been out with Neo, who is Nathan Neo Rio, who's really cool before. I liked his videos up on YouTube. She's been out with him. She's got some really cool knowledge and experiences, and she's coming out with Kate on an amazing expedition that will hopefully be happening. So it'll be this lovely lady, Kate, uh, or sorry, Kate from Colorado, Kim from Chena Productions, who's just got tremendous wisdom. I'm very excited. And our own Ashley Ann will be on an expedition with me in a incredible, I'm not going to mention the time. I never do that. But I'm super, that's one of the expeditions I'm super excited about. It's going to be so happy. I hope Kate watches this too. I hope you guys get to connect a little bit. And I am going to get Ashley. Ashley wants to talk to you ladies because she's also excited. She's in. Like she's totally into the expedition. And with Ashley, for her to do that and feel excited about it, it's very powerful because she's very introverted, and if she's expressing joy and bliss about this, and she's going to get more excited about it. So I'm really happy. So many, this 2023, guys, it's going to be such a fun year, man. The people I have coming out are just going to blow your mind, like psychologists, PhDs, anthropology, primatologists, PhDs, and oh my god, it's going to be so amazing. um Todd, check out the Midwesters from Royal Creations. Check out Midwest Bigfoot researchers from Michigan. Randy has amazing experience with Sasquatch. When he was a kid, he's videoed Sasquatch using infrasound to cloak. Oh man, that sounds super cool. If you know, I love to cooperate with people. And Royal, dude, you're part of the Discovering Bigfoot family. Like you must just speak on my behalf. Like I would encourage all of you out there. Speak, you know enough about me, just go ahead. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. And here it is. I'm giving you all permission. You all know me. You've watched me. This is authentically me. Go talk. Go say hey. And you know what? I bet you could get a hold of Kyle. I bet you get a hold of Andy. World Creations, I bet you could get a hold of me. If you pop something up on here, Royal, you're out here like every week. Pop something up, tell me. You know, go speak on behalf of me. I said, I just don't have time. I'm so like, man, I got so much stuff I have to do. I need your help, everybody. That's why I'm giving you permission. So let me give you this kind of permission too. This is me. Hi, my name is Todd Standing, and you darn well know me. You've watched my live shows, you've watched my movie, you've seen it. If you've watched my movie and you've seen all four of my Survivor Man episodes, there's four of them, and you watch these live shows, see my movie, then you know me. That's me. So go speak on behalf. Hey, I'm part of that Discovering Bigfoot cooperation that with that really cool movie. The movie is kind of the heart and soul, right? Everything is on there. That's the big exposure. So the fact that Jeff Meldrum and John Benernagel and Survivor Man and Ashley and all these amazing people are coming on board and working with us is outstanding. The growth is amazing. But go speak, go talk. You know, go help out. Royal, you know so much, dude. You're such a smart guy. And I love your perspectives. All of you, just go out there and talk, expand, take control, help. I can't, I'm drowning. Oh, I can't do it on my own. I just can't. I get so many cool things all the time. I need you guys to help each other out. Go to the Discovering Bigfoot Facebook page. Go to the Discovering Bigfoot website. Talk to some people. Man, I trust you guys. I have to. I have to. I have to need your help. I have to trust you guys. It's so important, guys. I'm going to check that out, Royal. Thanks, Andy. Awesome. See, there you go. Andy's already on it. You look like Lex Luger. Ooh, me or him? I love Lex Luger. I'm cool with that. I want to see Sasquatch fight Dogman and see who will come out on top. Woo! Yeah, crazy. Hello, Todd. The night you heard the helicopters and automatic gunfire, do you think they were successful? Anyone missing from the troop? Chris, man, some horrible stuff went down that night. Something really bad stuff happened. I can't say to what extent, but I'll tell you. So I heard the gunfire and the shots. I felt like horror coming from up on those mountains, like absolute terror, horror of the worst sort. And that's why I had trouble. See, if you hear me talk about it, when I heard the gunshots, I couldn't understand what was happening. I'd never heard anything like that. And that's what I attributed it to, that I was unable to perceive the reality of a automatic weapons, multiple automatic weapons being fired and explosions going off. I couldn't perceive that. That's not true. The truth is, I was so overwhelmed by the horrors that were going on, but what the Sasquatch was hitting me with. Even my partner that was there, Like I actually felt teary-eyed, and I had to shut myself off, which at the time wasn't very difficult to do. I had to shut myself off and go, wait a second, that's gunfire. Oh my God, this is something horrible is happening. And I could feel it. But could I feel like injuries of beings? No. Did I ever seen any sign of what I will tell you is after that, that research site was much worse. So in I would take people out there on expedition to have multiple Sasquatch. We have incredible success, unreal success. After that, it was like 1/10. There was in the last episode of Survivor, when there was that 12-year-old that was coming around. That's it. So it was really scaled down. So you could argue maybe multiple individuals were killed, and that's why they weren't coming around. Maybe just the couple that Sasquatch were left were the only ones interacting with me, or they left. I don't think that's likely. So why was only one? That would be the question I would ask. That's the question that pains me. Is only one was coming around after that? Is it because there's only one left? I only saw tracks from one after that. So, you know, was he the only survivor? I don't know. Because let's also be trans. I just don't know, guys. If military came in there, and they had infrared up there, and all their FLIR equipment and helicopters and silent mode. I don't know how bad it could be. I don't know. So that stuff is for David Pilates, not for Todd Standing. So we got some good stuff going on here. Let's be about the positivity, about the love, and let's move forward like that. Todd, have you come across this guy named Peter who claims he gets dead Bigfoot in the freezer? I'm on the fence. Yeah, Jeff Meldrum. I just let him handle that, and he said no. So please do, Andy. Randy really needs your support. He's a good guy. Oh, that's awesome. You, Royal. Man, go give him some support, brother. You're so smart. I trust you. Andy, you guys know so much. Go help out. That's awesome. Go ahead. Well, I don't even need to be there. Go, guys, go kill it. You guys know so much. You guys are so in tune. I trust you guys so much. Really legit. So I don't even know Royal Creations. Like, I don't know anything about this person. I like him a lot. What does that say about the relationship that we built just through this crazy online live show? Like, I trust him immensely. Your words have real power with me. And I could just keep hearing these questions that he asks me and the things that he has to say. So many of you that are like that, that's why I love doing this show. William Old School, Missy Hammer. Wow. I heard grunting and growling, and it was so deep. Not at all that loud, but very deep, almost like it was trying to scare me. And I had my grandson with me. So cool. Amazing. We'd love to document that stuff. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com, or go to the website like Andy put up. We'd love to hear about that stuff. I really, really want to Sasquatch, go Sasquatch. This is Johnny Miller. So badly. I'd love to see one and possibly listen to them. I've been watching Finding Bigfoot shows and also on here since I was a little guy. That's cool. Sorry to be bashing the Finding Bigfoot shows, but I just had really bad experiences. I'd highly recommend watching the Survivor Man Bigfoot shows and my documentary. I think you'll learn a tremendous amount there. Jake Poops Big. Oh, yep. What was his name? Quit? I don't know what sleep sound means. Funny he skipped my question. Oh, sorry, Mike. Just didn't see it. Discover. So to contact Kyle, this is for JW, Discovering Bigfoot Podcast at gmail.com. For all of you. Look who was up here just a second ago. Johnny Miller. Oh no, there was another guy. William Old School Arnett. Go on the podcast, man. Go talk to Kyle. So, have you ever been down by Big Sur, California? I don't know. I was in Northern California. I was in Southern California. There's actually an area too that I went to. It's very famous in the mountains there. I can't remember the name of it. Do Bigfoot smile or laugh? I talked about that already. I've loved watching you because you explain a lot about Bigfoot. Please keep doing this. I will. I just love doing this. It's such a fun show to do. I love having you guys on. I'm so grateful. William, this guy was about 10 feet from me. He hit me first. Then he screamed, man, if you guys want to start talking about this stuff, like, go on the podcast. So, Kyle, don't be afraid to do 30-minute podcasts. I don't think that can happen, though. You just get, these people have so much. Like, I think I know if you dig into a person's background, get a backstory about their wilderness and their love, their passion or lack of, it just paints a picture of how important their encounters are, right? Or they're not telling the truth, and find out, dig. So we're all about the truth here, guys. That's what I tell expeditioners. Don't come out here to find Bigfoot. Come out here to find out the truth of everything. That's all I tell people to suggest, because that's how I got here. I wasn't looking for Bigfoot. I told everybody I was going to prove Bigfoot didn't exist. But that's not the truth. The truth was I wanted to find the truth, and I got it. Go looking for the truth primarily. Go out in the wilderness and look to awaken and find the truth. You'll make your own discovery, and it'll be amazing. It'll come to you. It'll flow absolutely like a waterfall. It'll flow. Just get on track with it. So the bearded urban explorers. Good day from the land down under, Yowie country. Hello, my friend. Took an Aussie out this year, probably taking 2 out next year. That's amazing. Love Australia so much. Haven't been there, but I want to. So that'll be the show for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my God, look at all these questions. Oh my goodness. So much going on here. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just reading. Hey, bro, what do you know about the Earth Wars? I don't know anything about the Earth Wars. Have no knowledge of that. And there's Joe Dirt. Hey, Todd, Happy New Year. How many Joe Dirts are there? Is it just one? Happy New Year to all. It is Happy New Year. I'm really excited about 2023. I'm over my disappointment that because I didn't film a Sasquatch in 2022. I did not get new footage in 2022. I was very confident I would, and got my ass handed to me a couple times, and it just didn't precipitate. But that doesn't mean I didn't have tremendous success, and I'm extremely happy about the success I've had. You've heard me mention it many times. 3 people that have been trained under me went out without me and had sightings. I couldn't be happier about that. I would rather have that than footage, to be honest. And it was a huge goal of mine that precipitated, and 2023 is going to be amazing. I'm so excited about this incredible year. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. I'll be back next week. Sasquatch Sunday coming up. There'll be a podcast from Kyle on Saturday. This is an amazing, wonderful experience we're having. The discovery is moving forward. I'm so excited about it. So take care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now.